Hello everybody, this is the Young Gamer channel and this is MAG doing another mod review for ETS2. We're looking today at another retro mod. This is the Mercedes NG, and for those of you who follow the channel, you'll know that I am a big fan of the retro truck, and for me it's all about the interior. So as you can see from this one, this has got a really nice 1970s feel to it. This mod was brought to us by Venture87, Stells, Sobral, Kirill70 Rus and Equalizer, and I downloaded it from the ETS2.lt website. It's on there as the Mercedes NG 1632 if you want to check it out for yourselves. Now the Mercedes-Benz or the Daimler-Benz NG series of trucks were built from 1973 up until 1988, and it was eventually replaced by the Mercedes-Benz SK series, the heavy series. NG stood for New Generation, and there were three facelifts or three different changes made to this truck during the 15 years it was in production. The first one, the NG73, was launched in 1973. The first models were for principally construction site vehicles, but they did follow that in 1974 with a version with a 600mm longer sleeper cab. As of 1977, there were three cab variants available. There was the short cab, the medium cab, and what was then known as the Fahrenhaus, which is, I believe, German for the larger sleeper, and that had two cots for ensuring that the truck could run to maximum efficiency with two drivers on board. The NG80 was released in 1980, and this offered a new range of engines from 130 horsepower up to 375 horsepower, and you could recognise this generation by the wind deflectors fitted to the lowest front corners of the cabs. And in addition, the horizontal bar that either side of the Mercedes logo on the front grille was removed. So the particular truck we're driving here, as you can see, has that chrome bar, so it must be an NG73. So we know that the one we're driving was built somewhere between 1973 and 1980. In addition, the model badges and the mirror casings were blacked out on the NG80, and the chassis on the semi-trailer was redesigned. It lowered it by 120mm. I'm guessing that was something to do with enabling it to fit to the fairly standard or the standardised trailers of the day. And there was a fourth cab variant that was added, which was the GR Fahrenhaus, which was a true long distance cabin which had a raised roof and a wardrobe locker. The cab was also wider than the previous cabs, and you can notice that if you ever see one by the fact that it no longer has the flared wheel arches. The cab is now flush with the outside of the wheel arches. They also added a 18.275 litre V10 diesel engine, which produced 368 kilowatts, and that was mainly intended for heavy loads, for heavy haulage. In the UK, you could have bought a 4-axle version, but most other countries in Europe, you would be driving the 3-axle version. Now, the third and last minor change was introduced in 1985, and this was known as the NG, you've guessed it, 85. So this was the first version available with the new electronic power shift, so the electronic gearbox. It had a computer-aided shift support offered on the standard 1644 flagship model. It was also offered as an option for smaller engines, and was not available for those trucks that were operating primarily in and around construction sites. The NG85 can be recognised by its smaller square model badges on the front of the truck with silver lettering, and the interior received a bit of an upgrade because the dashboard was the push buttons in the dashboard were replaced by the more modern rocker switches. They also produced this vehicle, or a variant of this vehicle, for the military. This was known as the Mercedes-Benz 1017 or the 1017A, and these were bought by the German Bundeswehr from 1977 onwards. The last of the vehicles were delivered in 1988 to the military, and they are still in service, some of them, so you may be able to see them on the autobahns of Germany. So let's go over to the Mercedes dealer and see what you get with this truck. So this is now in the Mercedes dealer. Cab wise, we just get the standard cab, can't do anything about that. Chassis 4x2, 6x4 or 6x6. 6x6 doesn't do anything to change the actual chassis, but the 4x2, as you can see there, looks pretty cool. Engine wise, 315 horsepower up to 354 horsepower with various sizes in between. Oh, it's a 443 horsepower here. I wonder why that's more expensive than that. Anyway, never mind. You've got some pretty modern looking transmission here, or gearboxes. The I-Shift and the ZF range. Now, interior wise, I love this retro looking interior. These beautiful typical 1970s, 1980s cloth, this pattern on these cloth seats, very nice. Very sparse interior. The old sliders there for the temperature. Slider for the fan. Couple of rather sparse looking dials here. But otherwise you don't get any other changes to the interior. Colour wise, you can get a couple of custom paint jobs on this. The Equalizer Garage, which is one that I had, with a nice aqua. Now this is interesting. If that is a hatch in the roof, which I think it is, then that suggests that this particular model is the semi-militarized version, because they were fitted with hatches to be able to climb out of in the roof, and I don't believe the civilian variety was fitted with that. And the other paint job is similar, but with the grey. What would you call that? Like gunmetal grey. And the rest of them are fairly standard colours. Right, we'll stick that one back on. Interior we've done. Let's have a look at what we can add on to the outside. So let's look down here first of all. We'll start from the bottom. Various accessories. A couple of lights underneath the bumper. Couple of little lights sticking out. I forget what you call them things. Lights sticking out with the chrome around them. More lights under the bumper. Combination of lights under the bumper and sticky out lights, and a combination of lights under the bumper, sticky out lights with chrome around them. Moving up to this Sani. Then you got the Marawani and the chrome. So the chrome is looking a little bit lackluster, isn't it? It doesn't look particularly chrome-like. It looks more like grey paint. Anyway, we'll put that on. Then we go up to the various bull bars. Should you want any? The chrome looks a bit better on these. And custom with the various lights. But to be honest with you, on this truck, I don't like having any of the bull bars on. And then we have a choice of sort of painted grille or plastic grille. Okay. Exterior wise, we've got metal on the mirrors. Metal on the mirrors, nothing changes there. Then we've got the up here above the cab. We've got a like a black one, looks a bit like a baseball cap. Got some lights along the top. We've got a painted one, and we've got a painted one with lights along the top. Very nice. And we can stick a couple of additional lights up here. We'll put the square ones on to match the ones beneath the bumper. Then up here we've got a light box if you want it. That's nice. You can get all of the various companies you might be doing your haulage for. Pick up a decent contract with these guys and drive your truck specifically for them, or should I say exclusively for them. Then they might give you a light box to stick on top. What was that one? That was Euro Goodies Equalizer Garage. Okay. Then we've got this here. So Equalizer Garage with our spoilers. Then we've got the bigger spoiler. Oh dear. And you've got like a chrome one. I quite like that one. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Is that what I had on the other one? I forget. What else do we get up here? Looks like we've got a couple over here. Various air horns. Put thunder on and reciprocate that. And what have we got? Oops. What have we got back here? Looks like something. Back cab. Okay. So we have a choice of ladders or chrome ladders. I think we'll put the normal ladders on. And wheels. Mercedes NG standard gloss. Now if you notice there's a gap appears between the tyre and the hub, so obviously the only one you can really use is standard unless you change the actual tyre, in which case you'd get a smaller one, which would look a bit daft. So we'll put the Mercedes ones back on, and I assume it's the same for back here. Yes, and oh, you get an elegance as well. Okay, well, why not? Love the elegance. Does it change on both sides? Yes, it does. So that's about what you can get for the outside. Let's take a look at the interior. So we have spots up here for a GPS, spot here for a GPS. Anything around here? Hey, look at that. That's cool. What's that there? Oh, we can have a President or the Seiko. Nothing seems to change at all between the two. So, there's a radio up there as well. Look at that. Oh, it's a bit awkward to change. Sit in the driver's seat, trying to change channel. God, if you lean right up there, you have long arms. Or just get out of your seat and drive like some sort of crazy man until you can change it. There's the hatch in the roof we were talking about. There's an interior light. There is a sleeper here. There's a nice little bed back there to have a little snooze on. On the windows. What are these then? These must be something outside. These are the... Why is that showing up there? Strange place for it to show up. Okay, metal windows, and then down here finally we get a bottle of some sort of protein drink, maybe a little mug, Snickers bar, and a Baby Ruth bar, or camera, phone, pen and paper, and a little stamp, and some sort of strange looking suitcase. Right, so I want to have a quick look outside and see what this thing sounds like when the engine's when we actually fire the engine up. So let's confirm that. Let's trade in. Now, what's the value? What's the cost of this trade-in value? You will pay this list price £156,000. Ooh, expensive. Okay. See what she looks like. Pretty damn smart, actually. There's that pre-1980 chrome bar across the grill there that we were talking about earlier. Yeah, looking very nice, very nicely made mod. Right, let's start this bad boy up and see what it sounds like. I think you'll agree that sounds pretty. Oh, there we go. I hope I had my headphones in. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool for a 1970s, 1980s truck. Let's stop that and listen to it from the outside. That shake as it stops, I like that. Okay, let's go outside and listen to it. Wait for this traffic to pass. Yeah, I like that. That sounds like a truck of the era. I suppose nowadays we'd have to say this was a late 20th century truck, which makes me feel very old. Okay, back inside. I want to have a look. Ah, look at this. Oh, there's the Seiko up there. Gives you the time and the temperature. Nice. I've never seen that before in a mod. Okay. Handbrake's on. Is there animation for the handbrake? No. There's a light on the dashboard, but no animation. Pedals. I don't see anything moving there. Oops. Oi. What are you doing? Go back onto it again. No, none of the pedals are animated, unfortunately. Any other animations? The indicator is animated. Anything else that could be? I don't think so. I don't think so. And there's the reversing signal. So yeah, all in all, I think this is a very nice looking mod indeed. So, thank you very much to the creators. We'll stick a link to the mod down in the description below in case you're interested in taking a look at it for yourself. If you like the retro trucks, I must say, when I was driving it with that trailer on, it struggled. I had sort of a medium-sized engine in it, and it was struggled pretty much to do anything with it. But still, and there's, oh, you can see inside there as well. There's the two bunks that we were talking about earlier, upper bunk and lower bunk. Pretty sparse. You'd have to get on pretty well with the guy you were working with to enjoy a few days trapped together in this cab, wouldn't you? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll be back again with another mod or another video or something in the future. I don't know when. In the meantime, hit the like button if you like it. If you want to see more, then consider subscribing. Otherwise, have a good day and we'll see you next time. Cheerio.